I'll let you decide whether Tate's influence is good or bad, but the psychology behind his influence is powerful. Andrew Tate persuaded young men to certain beliefs and behaviors using two main tactics. Firstly, he makes outlandish statements that get you emotionally invested in what he has to say. And now that you're hooked, he has actually forced your brain to change in a lasting or even permanent way. Let me explain. As you go about your day, your brain is constantly taking in information, and when you're taking in information by doing everyday activities like scrolling TikTok, or maybe you're driving and see a billboard on the road, your brain can be persuaded by this information in one of two ways. If you aren't paying much attention to the TikTok or the billboard, you're going to be more impacted by flashy aspects of the information, like how colorful are they, or how loud is that TikTok, or big is that billboard. This is your brain taking what is called the peripheral path, and this leads to a temporary change in attitude. But what Andrew Tate does is sinister. By saying something outlandish to get you emotionally invested and really focus on what he's about to say, he actually forces your brain down what is called the central path. On this path, your brain is analyzing the actual content of the TikTok or the billboard, and your brain taking the central path leads to a lasting or permanent change in your attitude. Now that Andrew Tate could change your attitude forever, what determines how your attitude changes? I mean, you either love him or you hate him, and there's not really any in between. This is where the second tactic comes in, known as the self-validation hypothesis. Maybe you feel slightly one way or the other, but you probably haven't spent much time thinking about a lot of the things that Andrew Tate talks about. And according to the self-validation hypothesis, how confident you are about a belief affects how persuaded you are by a specific message. As an example, let's say one person kinda likes cats and another person kinda doesn't like cats. Now let's say Tate puts out a video on how cats are the best creature on planet Earth. Since person A only kinda likes cats, this video will only slightly persuade person A to like cats a little bit more. And since person B already kinda doesn't like cats, this video will actually push person B slightly in the opposite direction. And the more their opinions shift, the more easily persuaded or dissuaded they become. And now Andrew Tate has created a manipulation loop. He makes an outlandish comment which forces your brain down the central path to make a lasting or permanent change in your attitudes. And if you even slightly agree with what Andrew Tate has to say, your opinions on this particular topic will shift a little bit, and you'll react positively to the video by watching the whole thing, or maybe even leaving a like or sending it to a friend. And the way all social medias are, but especially TikTok, because you reacted positively, you're gonna see more Andrew Tate videos, in which he'll make some outlandish comment, and we start the whole cycle over again, and each time you go through the cycle, your opinions become more and more polarized toward Tate's view, which makes you even easier to persuade. And these tactics are highly effective on young men, because what Tate talks about is personally relevant to a majority of young men. And as a recent compilation of psychological studies found, the more personally relevant a message is to someone, the more likely they are to be persuaded by that message. Now, I'm not here to persuade you whether this is a positive or a negative thing for the world. I mean, if you made it this far in the video, you're probably pretty smart, so take this information as you will and make your own beliefs. As always, the APA citation as well as the link to the original research is in the description below, and we didn't really talk about this research that much, but we did a little bit, so we're citing it in the description. Regardless, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.